Hello, everyone. This is Angela here, and tonight I want to talk about the narcissistic personality disorder. And tonight's topic is going to be about narcissistic mothers and uh, mama girl daughters. And this is quite common in relationships with narcissistic mothers and the golden children daughters. Um, First of all, the narcissist grooms the golden children to take care of the parent. And it's like the child does not have healthy boundaries. There's not healthy boundaries set between mother and child, to where the daughters and their mothers have like this best friend forever relationship, your BFF, to where it's unnatural, okay? It could be a situation where the mom, like outwardly, if it's quite overt, it would look like mom and daughter dressed similar, and mom was always involved with her daughter, even though it may be a situation where it would be age inappropriate. Like, let's say the daughter was going out clubbing to be with people of her own age. Say she was like 30 years old and she's out in the club and her mom's with her, hooping and hollering, acting all crazy, going out and hanging out with 30 years old when this lady's like in the mid 50s, maybe 60 years old. It's like the apron string isn't cut. So let's say this girl turns around and she ends up meeting a guy and he's all hot for her because she's really smoking hot or whatever. So he's attracted to her and he meets this girl. But if he's a normal guy, he's going to see that something's not right with this, because this is not healthy. Okay, this is not healthy. Um, the mother will always be intrusive in, the daughter's life, to where any guy that gets involved with her, she's going to interfere in her daughter's relationship with the guy that she's with. And God forbid, if she marries this guy, the mother's going to try to control him and her, and it's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation where um, the man is not going to like this, that the mother's having so much input into their relationship, and it's going to cause problems to where the relationship's going to end, and it's going to end badly, especially if there's a marriage. Then you're going to have to end up in family court, in divorce court. And I'm trying to show people here that you got to watch out for this very important factor if you're dating a girl and she's too close to her mother. I'll explain a situation that happened with my brother. He's the golden child. And I don't want to really get into my brother's business too much, but this is a classic example where I think my brother married this girl and she was either really highly narcissistic or a full-blown narc. Um, she was too close to her mother. She insisted that she and my brother live in her childhood home with her mother. Now, it wasn't a situation to where the mother needed medical care and a caregiver, to where, it required them to care for her. That wasn't the case. And no, neither was it a financial situation to where, they had no place to live. I mean, they both earned enough money where they could have their own place. There was no children involved, but she insisted that they live in that house. Anyway, to make a long story short, what had happened was the mother-in-law was always intrusive in their marriage, and he was very passive about it. They were constantly fighting, but he always let her have her way. And then there's a situation arose where she wanted to go on a European vacation on a cruise, and he didn't he felt that they couldn't afford that. So the mother interfered, her mother interfered and said, well, I'll put up the money for the cruise. So what happened was, when they went to go on, she wasn't going to put up the money for my brother and his wife to go on the cruise. She put up the money for her and her daughter to go on the cruise because they're BFFs, okay? And they're on the cruise, and her daughter meets this guy and has an affair with this guy. And then when the vacation was over, so was the marriage. And they ended up splitting up. This happened a long time ago, back in 2005. I don't know. I'm estranged from my brother, so I don't know what's going on in that relationship, but I do know that they've never gotten back together again. And in my opinion, the mother-in-law ruined the marriage, okay? Now, my brother was also a golden child, okay? But my mother was a different type of narcissist. My mother was extremely ignoring. My mother wanted nothing to do with children, okay? My mother was the type of narcissist that it was all about her. She, you know, she couldn't be bothered with attending to the needs of a child, okay? And there's some narcissists that are like that. Other narcissists, they suffocate their children. They got to be in total control of their children, to where they turn their children into puppets, okay? Pretty much into puppets. Yeah. There's no healthy boundaries with these people when you have the engulfing narcissistic mother. So this is the situation when it comes to a golden child daughter and the narcissistic mother. So my advice, and I'm speaking out here to guys who are just trying to understand narcissism and the bad relationship, that could be the reason why you could have been hooked up with a golden child girl, and she's too brainwashed, too controlled by her narcissistic mother, to where she's crossed over into the realm of narcissism herself. And it's all this enmeshment and unhealthy boundaries, and it's just so toxic. If you recognize this, if you start dating someone that you see that she has too much of a closeness to her mother, to the point where it doesn't look right, my advice would be to take a step back, assess the situation, and just get yourself away from that. Otherwise, you marry that, you're going to pay for that, and you're going to pay for that really bad. So that's all I've got to say for this one. And that's the end.